are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know
Amanda here.
Getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introduce Share Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark. You're listening to JoCo Community Radio.
Hello, everybody. You guys usually hear from Dana during this time. Oh, there she is.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay.
Every
I don't
time
know.
I hear that, I want to go, good morning, Vietnam.
Foster, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay. I'm going to have to leave and get back on in order for my camera to work. So I'll be back in a second.
Okay. We'll see you in a second. Everybody, we're here. This is the Jobseeker Network Radio. We want you guys to hear about what's going on in job search. You'll get some tips and stuff. We'll be talking about the end of the fourth quarter of 2025 today. And Dana will be back with us here in a second. And she will start us off in our usual fashion. We always start us off with a word of prayer. There's Dana.
Yep. And forgive me, it does never picks up
Nah, don't
my
worry about it. That's
virtual
technology.
background settings.
That's technology.
Ah,
So
yeah.
I'm just telling everybody that
Awesome.
you're with
So
us,
I
and
can start us
you're gonna
off
get
with a
us
word of
started.
prayer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And I'm still trying to get this background to work. So frustrating. Well, before we get started, while I'm working on this background, let's go ahead and bow our heads for a quick
Absolutely.
word of prayer.
Yeah.
Yes. Father God, we just thank you so much for your favor, your blessings, and this wonderful year of 2025 challenges and blessings that we've had the opportunity to walk through. As we step into a new year, I pray you would lead, guide, and direct us, open doors of opportunity, give us eyes to see and ears to hear. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Awesome.
I want to
Well,
remind you guys that you're on NTX Radio, and okay, I don't want to cut Dana off. We are on the NTX Radio. We thank Tiffany, Carl, and her for giving us the opportunity to be here. Some of you guys might want to have your own radio show, and you'll be surprised how affordable that is. So maybe a project or something that you're doing, and you want to have a podcast profile to get it out to people. Call me. I'm at 214-728-6930, and we'll put you in contact with Tiffany and get you on the NTX Radio. We've got a big broadcasting base. So go ahead, Dana. I'm taking over your time. Can you hear me? She may not be able to hear me just yet. But anyway, guys, when Dana gets
barely, it's cutting in and out.
oh boy, technology is what we're
Hello?
suffering with right now. Well, let's see who's with us. Yolanda Chan. Hey, good morning, Yolanda. Mez is with us. Mez, we really appreciate you being behind the scenes. This will probably, guys, it'll probably be our last show of 2025. And you know what? Dana and I are going to talk about a little bit of what you guys are going through. We had a really, really good fourth quarter. So at South Lake Focus Group, guys, we had a number of landings all through the fourth quarter, and it never did even slow up until this last meeting yesterday. We still had, I think, four, maybe five landings. And so, guys, during this time of year, um, eyes open. But these last 2 weeks, guys, spend time with your family.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't really worry so much about job search the last couple of weeks, but keep your eyes open. You don't want to go blind, but keep your eyes open. You might want to reach out to me. I am the master blaster when it comes to hooking people up. So a lot of times, guys, when you find a job that you're excited about, call me. We'll talk about it. We'll see if we have a relationship with someone into the company. I'm one of those crazy people that has a LinkedIn completely full. They cut me off. So I have to go and get rid of people that are trying to sell me indiscreet stuff so that I can accept the people that I'm meeting. And Dana, can you hear me?
I can. I think I'm good now. I did a refresh. I was able to get everything situated. I might need to clear my cookies on my cache, which I can't do right now, but I will do it in the future. But I'm in like Flynn.
Good. Well, let's go with you then. I don't want to take over your portion of the show.
Oh, no, you're not at all. Well, I know we said our word of prayer, and of course, we're excited to be part of NTX Radio, the voice of North Texas. And it's exciting to be part of such a large network. A lot of opportunity to share and connect. Yeah. It is great. And I know that we are wrapping up 2025. Just thought it would be a great idea to roundtable, allow audience to ask questions and just really discuss some best practices and maybe some goals to set as we're rolling into 2026.
Uh-huh.
While there are plenty of jobs out there, and I can say we still have roles open and people are still hiring, people tend, a lot of companies, whether they're global or not, tend to take the week of Christmas off, and some have the week of Christmas and the week of New Year's off. So I would say now is like Foster said, you want to stay alert, keep an eye on opportunities, but take a little time with your family to reset. Give yourself just a
Yep.
little bit of time to breathe and reset. Because typically, once we get into the new year, a lot of budgets are approved, depending on which cycle the organization is on. And you'll see a lot more positions opening up pretty quickly.
Yep.
So stay
That's true.
positive on that. Go ahead, Foster.
So I've got, I've got a dad joke for you guys. I'm always trying to make you guys laugh when you're in job search because sometimes it gets so serious, like, that's too serious for me. I don't want to get in that conversation with you.
Yeah.
So, so Dana and Amanda, did you guys hear about the big burglary at the laundromat down the street over
No,
here in South Lake?
No.
no, I didn't.
Darndest thing in the world. The burglars got away scot free. They got away completely clean. It was a
Oh my
clean get. It
goodness.
was a clean getaway. So see, I come up with these stupid jokes for each section of the show, trying to make you guys laugh and roll your eyes and say, "Oh my God, Foster lost his mind." And I don't know if I ever had one, but Dana's right, guys. We want to talk about this thing. So spend time with your families. It's the time to do that. Yeah, yeah. Keep those eyes open and stir that. There, you will hear about some things. I think, Amanda, do you remember? Was it 300 or 400 jobs that were landed there just at South Lake Focus Group? Were you able to join
Julie
yesterday? I
said
can't remember. I was
298,
on.
but it was really close to 300. I would say 300 because there
Uh
were
huh.
some that hadn't been received
Yeah,
yet.
there was one.
So,
Uh huh. There was one that came in late that made 299, and then I know just just living. I know that there'll be probably a couple of more that'll be happening next week. So we'll finish this year out with a good number. It exceeded the number that we had last year. So companies are moving forward, guys. Um, but I guarantee you, everybody trying to spend time with their family and their people are taking time off their jobs and stuff. So enjoy yourself. Don't worry about the daily grind as much this last 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Foster, let's give an outline of what we can expect for the first and second half, just so we know, what our listeners know, kind of what our focus is.
Oh, you cut out there for a minute. Now my computer's messing up. But guys, usually the first of the year, like Dana said earlier, budgets are opening up and all that sort of thing. You will see a lot of opportunities that 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 will pop up. You guys get on those opportunities. Now, here's what we definitely want to do. See an opportunity at a company, look and see, number one, do you know somebody that works at that company? Usually me or Dana might even say, "Hey, I applied for this job I saw at IBM. Foster, I know you used to work for IBM. Do you have that you have a relationship with? That's important." Dana and I are about that relationship. Every time I say that word, Dana and I get real close to the screen like that. So,
Yep, yep, yep.
so if you have or I have a relationship with somewhere, then we'll go and say, "Hey, my friend Amanda Boyle saw this position. She applied, and I've been a recruiter. I'm still well. You don't never end up. If once you're a recruiter, you're always a recruiter. And so I think Amanda might be a good fit for what you guys are looking for. I want you to go look. So nowadays there's so many people that are looking for jobs. Uh, there might be 200-300 resumes are people that have applied for the job. But you know what? If I call Dana and say, go check out Amanda, she is going to go into that applicant tracking system and she's going to pull Amanda out and take a look at her. What's Foster
Yeah.
talking about? What's Foster talking about? And we're going to talk to Amanda a little bit later on. Amanda is a compliance expert. She's a compliance lead. And when you get a taste of her personality, you'll understand why y'all need to hire her. I'm serious. Y'all need to hire Amanda. So we'll be
Okay.
Thank you, Foster.
Of course. Yeah, we only have the best of the best on the show.
we
That's
actually
right.
do.
That's right.
Yeah, it's the best to come on here. And we've had a number of people hired because they heard people on the show. So the second half of the show, we'll have Amanda Boyle last night.
I have
And
another
I'm trying to
comment
think of
with
where our
this.
place.
Can you guys
Oh
hear
yeah.
me?
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, Mez.
Oh, hey. Just want to make sure you guys can
go,
hear. I
man.
have another. Yep. Well, so happy to have Amanda and of
Yeah,
course
we got
Dana
you.
and
Can you hear?
Foster back. Absolutely. I want to add another comment. This time of year, I know everybody's been going 100 miles an hour towards the finish line. And even if you don't do the job applications, look into certifications.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
look into education. And because everything's kind of cooling off for a minute, believe me, when January like hits,
We
yeah,
need to
it's
cool off.
hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we need to cool off, but we need to take the opportunity to go, you know what? I needed to get that certification. What would that look like? What would it
Yep.
look like for me to get the position, my dream position? What are the qualifications? And it gives you an opportunity to slow down with some eggnog and
Oh,
Woohoo.
you didn't
a
throw that
glass of
eggnog in
brandy.
there. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, you have a
Or the
glass of
two
brandy.
mixed.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, here we go.
Southern
There it
Comfort.
goes.
Here
Coming
we
out.
go. But yeah, but you need to relax. You need to be like, okay, what
Yeah.
am I missing? And what can I do to help my chances for the upcoming year?
Yeah. Mez, you couldn't have said that better. And
Yeah.
by the way,
Yeah.
we're so grateful to have you as a part of our
Love
team.
you.
Love you more. And
Love
it's
you
just
more.
important. So it's interesting. I was looking up some things that, to really talk about what the market looks like, because that's our goal for the first half and how to prepare. What Mez said is hitting the nail on the head. First thing to know here in Texas and really nationwide, while we're coming off of an interesting time and some slowness, the market is still growing. Texas continues to add jobs and has continuously
It has
had
been
strong
interesting.
employment growth. So we're going to keep and this is just more jobs are expected, but the reason hiring is a little more cautious is because of that whole pandemic boom. We went from no jobs to too many jobs, and the market is just level, then to no jobs again. The market is level
Yeah.
setting. The next thing, again, let's go back to Mez, prioritize skills and upskilling. Employers increasingly emphasize skills over traditional credentials. So make sure you're doing work around AI tools. If you're a project manager, if you don't have your
Oh, yeah.
certification, look at getting that. Look at upskilling yourself. There's so many learning platforms, some free, some very affordable. And if you're unemployed, the county you live in more than likely will have programs for you to get some of these skills for free. I have a friend that lived in Tarrant County, and the county paid for him to get his project manager and another level of his Six Sigma during his unemployment.
Oh,
He got both the certs, and they paid for it. And so keep that in mind. That is something, like Mez said, that is something to really focus on right now. The market, regardless of our age and regardless of our background, we need to think about, based on the industry I'm in and the type of work I do, go to ChatGPT and start researching what are the cutting edge skills and tools I should know about and have access to and experience with that will set me apart from other applicants. See what it says, start doing the research, and where appropriate, start scaling or upskilling,
And
like Mez said. Yeah, go ahead, Mez.
but just to continue with your thought, whenever you're in an interview, and I was 7 months plus without a job, and all the interviews like, well, what have you been doing with your spare time? I was learning. I got
Mm-hmm.
re-overeducated. I got all this done
Mm-hmm.
during that time. So that's very impressive to a recruiter. I mean, Foster, Dana, tell me if I'm
Oh,
wrong, but
100%. I would
like,
much rather someone be
yeah,
proactive than just sitting there. Yeah.
exactly. Yep. Just
Yep.
wanted to throw that one out there.
You
No,
know,
it's
we had a
perfect. I mean, okay, all I was going to say is there's nothing wrong with taking breaks and resting a little bit, especially if you came out of a situation where you were overworked and you're feeling tapped out. But that's different than just not doing anything. Take
right.
advantage of that time to learn. What were you going to say, Foster?
Well, I've been a recruiter so long. When you hire someone new coming into your company, number one, we job seekers should figure out, okay, this is what I do, and what is value proposition for a certain company. So if you're going to apply for a certain company, do your research, do your due diligence, find out what that company is doing in the market. Then look at that job. That job will kind
Yeah.
of help you understand. You take your stuff and you look and say, "Oh, everybody that I've ever hired," and that's a whole lot of people, you guys. Uh, when you hire somebody new, they bring something new to the table. They bring new ideas. They've done things at other places that you probably hadn't even thought about at that company. So put those
Yeah.
value propositions together because you understand what the company does, and you've of course you've read the job description because that's what got you excited to start with. So apply all that, guys. We're getting so technology laden that we're kind of turning into bots overall, y'all. Amanda and I were talking about that the other day. But that personality is very important. I think half of the jobs that I had in my career was over personality and ability to get in there and be on the team and get people to like you. You don't have to agree with everybody, but you bring a certain expertise yourself and make those people through that relationship. There it is. You can form up with that team and bring something new to a new idea, something you might want to implement.
Yep.
Just thinking.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And but with that, you never want to lose your personal touch, like Foster said. But
No.
let's get real.
No.
If you don't stay up to date with the technology, you're going to get passed. You're going to get passed and passed over. So it is so important to continue to upskill yourself and to learn these things. I don't want to talk about my age, but I'm constantly trying to challenge myself to learn new tools because if I don't, I'm going to put myself backwards and I want to stay ahead of all the people that know it because I have experience, but I have to stay relevant. So make sure you're
Right.
staying
Yeah.
relevant. You can ignore it, but all it's going to do is make
Yeah,
it
you don't
hard
want
for
a
you.
client. You don't want a candidate like, oh yeah, I have this new technology, and you're like, I have no bloody clue what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like that's the last thing you want.
Yeah, stay relevant, stay on top of whatever new technologies are in your space. Whatever
Uh-huh.
so for me in the talent acquisition scope, learning different technologies to make my job easier and to bring value to the company. I'm not being replaced by technology. They can't just have a robot do something, but if I don't know how to execute the technology, I'm not bringing value. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And something that we
Very
have
much so.
yeah. And something that we have to be very discerning with is the full work from home stuff. It's over. It is what it is. So unless you have a very unique emergency situation, the more flexible you can be about work models and locations, including, on-site and hybrid, being flexible is only going to open more doors for you. I very rarely see anything fully remote anymore. It's out
Really?
there. It's out
It's
Yeah,
there.
it's
interesting.
out.
but
out
it's
there.
not.
It
It's not
depends
the
a little on the
There's
market
no
too, the industry in which you're looking for. Like in
true.
particular, my industry of compliance,
IT's a
there's
little.
many remote
Yeah.
jobs because
Yeah.
it can be done,
right.
remotely. But it's not really truly 100%. It's
Mm-mm.
you'll have to travel maybe 10%.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm
Yeah.
willing to do that.
Yeah.
I'm
So
all for
Heck
that,
even
even
yeah.
up to 20.
exactly,
Put
it's
me in a
all about
hotel.
being flexible, right? Yeah.
Put me in a
Yeah,
hotel.
yeah, nice hotel, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
home or
And
me.
You know, the funniest thing was as we went through some of the remote stuff, some companies found that hey, it's not a bad idea. We can save money and
Mm-hmm.
we get our workloads done, with the people and there are still companies that still believe in that remote stuff. So you will see remote. You won't see as
some,
many of
yeah,
them, but you will.
but they're
They
out
It's
will
there.
be out
weird to
there.
me.
And I like hybrid anyway.
Yeah.
I like to go to the office every day and have that that collaboration with everybody and find out what's going on
That
and then
face to face time.
go home. Yeah, and I know what to do when I get home.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually 100% agree. Right now, I'm in office 3 days a week, work from home 2 days a week. I love it. It gives me balance. I get that FaceTime,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
collaboration. The work environment where you're building and fostering relationships. But on the flip side of it, I like having 2 days a week from home because I can get up earlier, I can put my hair in a bun, and I can actually get to
Mm-hmm.
work. By the time I get up, shower, take my dog out, get everybody fed, get myself dressed, get in down to the car, get into the car, drive through traffic. I've already wasted 2 hours I could
Oh
already
my
have
God,
worked at
Yep.
home.
traffic.
That's both ways too.
And that's yeah. So it's just even though I only live
Los
15 minutes
Angeles,
away,
y'all
it
about.
takes it takes out of my day all the work it takes, especially for females, to get ready to
Yes.
look
Yes.
acceptable in public. I
It
don't care what
does.
anyone says; it's reality. Okay.
It
Totally agree with you. And and me being the nerd that I am, somebody mentioned about 6 certifications, since I'm in the same boat as every other job seeker trying to keep my mind going, I actually did a time
yes.
and motion study and I did a whole lean
Right.
project on how much better it is for me personally to be remote and I cited such.
Amen.
I mean,
Yeah,
because you may not seem like a lot, but geez, by
It
the time you get
is.
ready and to go out the door, you're tired. It's like,
it
man, it's
is.
my fifth cup of coffee.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I think full time. Personally, me, I don't think it's necessary unless you are working in a role that requires you to be either like you're
Hands on. Like
hands
you're
on facing.
physically doing
Mhm.
something. Yeah, like a
Exactly,
plumber.
but
You can't have a
yeah,
remote plumber.
or a surgeon or a
No.
lawyer or shopping. You have to be there. You can't work remote if you're working
No.
retail because how are you going to ring the person up remote? But there's so many roles that can be done remote and it is a nice thing to be able to do so.
Mm.
And there's a lot of tools out there as well for trainers on how to train people to manage remote versus in person and
And
hybrid. But
international. International is a
Mhm.
big one. Like they've been doing it for years
oh,
and
for
Oh
years.
generations.
yeah,
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah, I
Like
worked
they're
for
like, we've been doing this.
yeah. For them, it's
It,
not a big deal. I worked in a global organization prior to my
Right?
current organization. It was 100% remote. And
Yeah.
all day I would be on call with people in Scotland, in Switzerland, in
Yep.
should have
Brazil. It
been.
wasn't anything out of the norm. That's just how it was.
Yep.
But if you can just kind of keep an eye, start as soon as possible applying. The sooner you apply to a new
Hmm.
posted job, the better probability you have of getting seen. Tailor your applications and resumes.
Right.
Again,
To
Mez
the
and
language
Foster.
of the comfort. Yeah, to the language
Yes,
of the company. Like you have to speak their language, if you will.
yes,
Yep.
exactly.
When
And
I
you want
first
to.
started recruiting way back in the Mesozoic era, oh my God. But I always wondered, from this very conversation we're having right now, I'm like, why do y'all have us come to the office anyway? Because
Exactly.
we have to call into so many different time zones, and I work for those monstrosities, these
These big
IBMs and the big
companies.
old
Yes.
city groups and all that. And
Verizon.
we
Yeah.
had places all over the world in which me or my team towards the end, thank God I had teams that were doing the same thing. And you know
Yeah.
what? I got in trouble sometimes because I gave some leniency to my recruiters because, when you go home and California is and we're still talking about the United States, when California is 2 hours behind, there's a
Yeah.
different dynamic to that, you
Yep.
know?
Well, California is a different animal anyway, but
Yeah. I
we're
want to
not gonna
shout out
go
to
there.
Don. Looks like Doris Davis is with us and Don Champlin. Hey guys,
Hey.
good morning. Is it still morning? Yeah, it's still morning. We are almost time for a
Oh,
commercial, and then we're going to
there's
come
the
back.
music. We'll be
We're going to
back.
hear from Amanda Boyle.
Absolutely. Can't wait
Yeah,
to hear
all
from
right.
her. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
Hang with us.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820.
Delay.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes?
Oh, okay.
No one does. If you
Anybody
can't
say
sleep
anything?
at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is
Well,
strictly
this next
limited to
segment's gonna be
individuals
on
that
me.
owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes.
Yes.
And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about
what?
your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now to learn more.
800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Good morning, Jobfather Nation. We're excited to be back for the second half of the show. And Foster, before we get chatting with our amazing gold stamp approved guest, did you want to give us a good dad joke?
A second half dad joke you want, huh? You're asking for it. So, okay, question.
Doesn't mean it's going to be good. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it doesn't. That's accurate statement.
I'm kidding.
So, what kind of shoes do frogs wear, y'all?
High
Hoppy,
heels.
bouncy.
What was that Dana said?
Bouncy?
Here.
Hoppy, bouncy.
Flippers.
Jumpy. Jumpers.
Flippers. I'm going with
Open
flippers.
toes.
Oh, geez. No, sir.
Open
Doesn't
toes.
make sense.
That doesn't make sense. No. Go stand in the corner and think about what you just said.
They have webbed.
Dana, you're
they
blonde,
have
girl. Come
webbed
on, catch
feet.
up.
No. I agree with Dana.
No, because they have webbed feet. A sandal wouldn't
Oh,
work.
Lord.
If you know
Slippers.
the engineering of a woman's sandal, that's just BS.
Y'all see,
Yeah.
I opened up a
Just
can
kidding.
of worms.
I'm
You
like
sure
that.
did. The second you call me blonde,
love
I'm
it.
just kidding.
Oh.
I love these lame
At least I
jokes
have
when
hair.
Stuff comes
Oh,
Just kidding.
wow.
Oh, hey,
I love
most
Foster.
That's the Christmas
most of
spirit
mine's
right
turning
there.
white anyway. What little bit I got hanging on left now is white.
I
So,
love
guys,
those, and I love y'all.
Amanda, we do
I
apologize.
want.
This is normal for us.
No, I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
it is.
It's
It
just
is
been a
normal.
couple weeks
It,
since we've been able to
it,
harass
it
each
took me
other,
a
you
while
know?
to get it.
Yeah.
I was like, that just doesn't make sense. And
It doesn't. So
it's
you have 3
Friday,
against
Foster.
1.
Don't make me think.
We still love
We do.
Foster. We love Foster.
See, if I didn't take abuse on this show, Amanda, I wouldn't be coming back each week.
Yeah, no.
Samesies.
Likewise. Yep. Definitely
So,
true.
guys,
Amanda,
that is Amanda Boyle that you see there, Boyle. You know, I figured out
Yay.
where the word association was with her last name. What you guys remember? Y'all may not be old enough. Pile USMC. There was a Sergeant Boyle that was on that show that was prominent.
Yep.
So that's where I can remember. I can always remember Amanda's last name because that show.
Oh, I can't sing
Guys,
like
that is
Gomer
Amanda
Pyle,
Boyle,
but
and
I'll
she
take it.
is a. Oh my God, that guy could sing, couldn't he?
For
So,
sure.
Amanda, let's talk a little bit about you, about your experience in compliance, and let's help these companies understand. Hey, if you hire Amanda, you guys might not have ever thought about this, that, or the other. What's your world look like?
So my world looks pretty, to the outside, pretty boring and just too complicated. But to me, I like it. I like having to, decipher what's going on in other countries. For instance, the European Union, the EU, they have a directive called REACH, if you ever heard of that, or even
my
RoHS.
woman. Yes.
And so, those update, Rojas just went through a big review, and Reach updates every 6 months. So it's always changing. It's always fresh. And it gives you, to be on your toes. You have to kind of be on your toes all the time. And so I like that. It kind of breaks the monotony of the everyday of what I used to be doing, which was in engineering design. That you design new things and everything, but with compliance, is just, you got to keep doing your homework. It never stops, and you're always learning. And people come to you and you're like, hey, you're supposed to be the expert. I have this product. What am I supposed to do? Because I'm going to ship it over to the EU and to this certain destination. What do I have? What markings do I have to have? And, and if you ship something to the EU and then you go and ship it to the UK, well, you remember Brexit, that was in the news a while back. Well, now they're two separate entities that have their two separate rules. And so that's where the fun comes in. If you're shipping to both to both countries. So having to know that, and have somebody that you can just ask and get the ball rolling is something good. I've heard, some people, oh, well, AI is going to take over your job and simplify the process. Like, no,
too complex.
AI can help do
It'll
some
help.
of the mundane tasks, which I've had, employ it to do some of my mundane tasks, especially when it comes to that lovely Excel spreadsheet stuff, formulas that are like a mile long that you have to plug in.
Hey, girl,
So
hey.
you're going to need somebody that knows that you just can't really chat GPT everything.
No, you can't.
At
You got to
least
know
not
how
yet,
to
not
apply
yet.
the information, right? AI might help you, but if there's not somewhere there to apply it, not going to work. Yeah.
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
it only does what we tell it to do.
Yep.
Amanda, what industries are you working in? Have you worked in, and what industry do you want to work in?
Good question. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one. So the industries that I say industries because I fell into teaching, and kind of like a recruiter, once you're a teacher, you're always a teacher in some capacity. I was teaching at the university level, teaching students on how to use CAD software, and also some mechanical structural design elements. And so from there, that led me in a little bit into the oil field stuff, and then in the telecommunications industries for our military and our government. So a lot of what we're doing now is, because of the the signals beaming down from the satellites orbiting Earth. And then what I was doing in the industry was making sure that the stations that are in place on Earth, the Earth antennas, what people call them Earth antennas, but they're actually, ground stations, can beam that out, to direct TV, so you can watch the Super Bowl. You can watch all of that.
Me and Foster, you're best friends right now. You have no.
Yeah.
I'm 10 years oil and gas, and Foster is communications. So let's talk about a perfect storm over here.
Anything space, I love anything having to do with outside.
Oh yeah, no, I call it.
And so I like to stay in that industry, with compliance. But it's kind of a niche industry, and the companies that are out there are like a spin-off of a previous one. So it's a small world in that industry, and I like to stay there. But we talk about transferable skills all the time, and healthcare industry is booming, but there's so much advances going on, and so that's part of the downtime that I'm doing is learning and getting familiar with the healthcare industry regulations and directives, not just for the US, but also, we do a lot of work with Canada and other countries to see what needs to happen to go back and forth, import, export with all of that. So that's my focus, to learn
Let's
that.
frame a little bit about your background. So we know that you've got a handful of phenomenal qualifications for numerous industries, plus you're upskilling to be able to target some additional industries. Give us a little framework of, the different types, like when people are listening to this show, what's important is understanding what types of roles you're looking for. Give us a little bit of an understanding where you're at in terms of titles and types of roles, so we can frame out what types of roles in these industries that you're wanting to target.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm looking something for the compliance manager, maybe even a trade specialist, compliance specialist, regulatory analyst.
Oh, they need that now.
Regulatory for sure.
And so that's the role type, the titles that I'm looking for. But even then I get some that pop up on my feed that, here's a vice president of compliance, and I'll look at that and I'll say, okay, well, this sounds good. And, it just varies on how the company words it. It's kind of, so you got to have that. You can't have the blinders on, if you will, have tunnel vision. You gotta,
right. What would you say are your areas of expertise?
My areas of expertise would be, of course, in regulatory, product compliance, material compliance, engineering design, and a little bit of the AI now. I've been fortunate to take some courses through IBM and Coursera and received a certificate in AI product management. So that also helps upskill me, if you will.
Oh, absolutely. Very impressive that you took the initiative to do that. I mean, this is a blessing in disguise. You're building all these additional credentials to set you apart from so many individuals. Plus you have a fabulous personality. I can see that any company that goes to hire you will be able to have someone that is a balance, which is having those interpersonal skills mixed with the actual targeted skills of the role.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're able to see that. Because
we know.
You just see a black and white piece of paper in front of you, and you just and so I'm so happy that I'm on here and can actually showcase that hey, I'm a real person. I have a personality, not just someone on paper.
You can talk to bankers, you can talk to the tech geeks, you can talk to everybody. It's we call it a liaison.
That's a good word for it. Yeah,
I like that. Sounds fancy.
Hey, Amanda, I've always wanted to ask you this question. So, do you have one of those jobs where people see you coming down the hall going, "Oh no, run away! Here comes Amanda. She gonna tell
compliance." Just kidding.
Yes, and sometimes I was even, my nickname in the office to some people was Trouble. They're like, "Here comes Trouble."
Oh no!
Well, you guys, Amanda's personality is absolutely wonderful.
When I was designing structurals, I was once in their shoes, and when somebody came to me and said, "Hey, are you doing this to be compliant to that?" I'm like, go away. But I did it. But yes, here comes the compliant person. She's gonna make me change something.
Yeah, you can't do that no more.
No.
Mm-mm. No, that's kind of funny. You're like, oh no, here comes Amanda.
Oh yeah.
But no,
I just love
I've
that.
been
I think I
fortunate
can see
enough to
that. Here
work in
comes
places
trouble.
where there's so
Better
much respect
than
for
you
what
even
each
using
other
that
does.
Amanda
So
word.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly, this is exciting that honestly, I think Amanda, that as we jump into 2026, you're going to
Yeah.
see a lot more
Mm-hmm.
roles open up, and the fact that you've been so proactive
Yep.
is just going to be tremendous for you.
thank you. Thank you.
You're
Hey
beating them
Amanda,
off
have
with
you
a
been in
stick.
have,
Like
have you
no.
been in
I
manager
like that. I love
positions
that.
before? Have you been in managerial? Have
Could
you
you
have you had
repeat
to
that,
manage
Foster?
people? Have you had to manage people before? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's just a little cut out. Yes, I've managed people before in my last role as a compliance manager when we were setting up the whole so-called compliance department. We weren't, officially a department, but we operated as one. I managed up to 12 people at one point. And what happened was we had, a big head count for that. And, directive was given, hey, we need to kind of trim this down. And so with that
Oh
task in
yeah.
hand, those people were, loners to me, if you will, a bunch of engineers that I, baptized into the compliance world for a little while.
Yep.
And
That's a good word.
so
Yep.
the research found a SaaS, software as a service company, to help us to reduce that headcount, to automate some of what they were doing. And I was able to, bring those 12 headcounts down to 2.
Oh,
So with the SaaS, we saved money because we, the budget wise and everything. And those other 10 people still had their full-time jobs. They were, like I said,
good.
on loan to me for a period of time. I think about maybe 6 months, 7 months. So, but yeah, I have managed people, and my people were scattered throughout the United States. Talk about time zones, so that's fine. I'm usually up at 7 in the morning, and so time zones don't bother me. So yeah.
Where are you located? Speaking of which, so where are you located, and are you looking to do travel? Are you able to travel? Like what is your ideal situation?
So I'm currently in the fabulous East Texas, over here in the Marshall Longview area. I
Oh
have
yes.
Good barbecue.
Yeah, I moved over here in November of 2005 for a job. Mind you, I had never set foot in East Texas. I'm from the Rio Grande Valley, where the Mexican food is the
Yep.
best, and the beach is there, and the fishing is awesome.
Oh,
Oh
yes,
Gorgeous.
yeah.
girl.
And I'm really
Mm.
and got allergies. so,
Oh, yeah, girl.
so
Now you moved into
my
sausage
idea
territory
of,
now. My God.
Yeah, you
yeah,
have.
Sausage territory.
Oil field
Oh,
is
some of
the
those
oil
Pittsburgh
field.
sausages out there, man.
Yeah.
It's all out there in East Texas.
Oh, the
Because
brat.
Are
East
you
Texas.
talking about barbecue?
Yes,
Well, a
we
little
are.
bit.
Sorry.
yes,
Sometimes
yes, there's
Amanda knows
fabulous
I'm talking about.
barbecue throughout here.
Get close to Louisiana. Whenever you get close to Louisiana, food
Boudin.
quality. Yeah, there you go. There it is.
Oh, Boudin. Okay, that's why I was trying to pick up what you were
Yep.
putting down.
Yep.
So I grew up in San Antonio, and we would
Love San
actually.
Antonio.
Oh yeah, and so I get what you're saying. I mean, when you're down closer to the Rio Grande,
Yep.
that Mexican
Oh
food hits
yeah.
different.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So now I like to say it's a different plate of spices in East Texas. You went
Correct.
from to Cajun spices now. So yeah, my taste
That's a
buds
good
are
explanation.
still mad
Yep.
at me.
But
Yeah,
you want to
but no, my
stay
ideal role
Texas?
would be something remote. I would love.
Okay.
Travel is not an issue for me. I would love
Oh,
to
even
travel.
better.
So yeah,
That's
Yeah, travel
huge.
should be an
If you're
integral
able
part
to
of what you do.
travel, oh my gosh, you need to advertise that on a billboard. Just put your
yeah,
face
I
up like
sure
a real
will. And
real.
then
Oh
I'm
yeah.
also bilingual. That's something that I don't have on my resume.
Oh, what
There's a
language?
Ah,
secret about me. Fluent in
What?
Spanish, speak, read, and write,
Espanol.
and so
See,
yeah,
Oh, mucho gusto. Ah, love it. I love it. But that's
I'm glad
huge.
you
You need
said
to
that.
advertise that.
I'm glad you said that, Amanda. People need to hear that because there's a lot of things. We are in Texas, and you know who we border? My people.
uh-huh. Yep, yep. So yeah, and so that's where I'm at, and that's where I'm looking to go. like I said,
Do you,
remote would be best. Hybrid, very much welcome. On
mhm.
site, I'm open to that as well. But like I said, where I'm located is kind of limited for what I do. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but if there's one out there, I'm gonna snag it
Amanda,
up.
are you in Hallsville?
Makes sense.
Yes, and the
Hogsville.
big town of
When?
Hallsville, Texas, out in the
Hallsville.
Yep.
country.
Oh,
Now, I thought I heard
neat.
hog. I'm like, no, she's not.
My
No.
I
buddy
thought I
No,
Alex
heard
no
hog
hog.
too.
Yeah.
I was like,
in
Hogsville.
Hallsville.
Now I'm really confused. Sausage, hogs.
Hallsville is
What?
awesome. So
Nope,
I know exactly what you
Hallsville.
are. Yep. So what are you company or bleh, are you targeting any companies right now? Because you could
Um,
be good at defense, you could be good at oil
Ah,
and gas, you could be good at pharmaceuticals. I can
Hallsville.
see so much for you. So are you targeting any sort of industry right now?
I was targeting the telecommunications, satellite communication industry,
Okay.
and then I
Starlink.
also even started kind of what I call backfilling and saying, well, who were our customers at that time? And
Yes.
and also software companies, because software is also having to have some type of regulations on it. So I'm started
Yep.
backtracking. So my target companies here lately were Dexcom,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
L3 Harris, and even what was that? I forgot the other one. Ascent. Sorry, Ascent
Oh
was the
yeah.
last one. So yeah. So with everything with the slowdown, everybody usually takes PTO come Christmas time. They're just out
Mhm.
for the rest of the year. So I'm
Have
going
you
to
looked
take
at
this opportunity to just reflect on myself. And
mhm.
I was talking yesterday on our South Lake focus group networking because we had the same question posed. And I said, if the clown showed up in the storm drain by my house and he offered me a couple of tamales, I would take it. So that's
Girl,
what I'm
Absolutely.
so would
going
I.
to do
I
this
would
weekend.
totally take it. I'd be like, "What's up, brother?" You know?
Yep.
What
So
about
that's what I'm
MGX?
going to do, reflect and have my family and my daughter, sit down and, we converse, catch up
Aw.
over it and, just do some of that me time
Mm. But
and,
MGX.
avoid Art the Clown. I mean, It the Clown.
So, question to you because I'm guessing because you're up to date on everything right now. I'm huge into politics. I love it. I'm neither left nor right. So, for everybody about to get scared,
Oh, it's
don't worry. I
crazy.
am in the
Oh
I'm
middle.
my
not
God.
scared.
Yeah. But I
Candace,
am
I
right
ain't
down the
scared.
middle of the road. And yeah. But MGX, do you hear about the Twitter deal? Because I watch politics all the time. I love it. I think it's one hysterical, but I'm up to date on Canadian
It
politics. I'm
is.
up to date on the UK politics, even African politics and US politics in South America. So, are you aware of the Twitter deal that is about to be signed in?
Mm-mm.
Yep. So
No.
MGX, the two partners finally came out. So I would recommend looking into that deal. It's been going on for almost a year now, but they finally came out and they're about to sign next week, I believe, right after Christmas.
What are they
And
trying to do, man?
they are combining. So there was, because of the monopoly rules, and of course, Amanda will be able to speak on this more than I can, but because of the monopoly rules, they had to have multiple partners. So that was a big deal. And it was such a big investment. So they have two major companies right now. And it will be based in Texas, of course, because everything else is based in Texas. So MGX is one of the
Everything else
big
based in Texas,
stakeholders.
isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
We
So
have a
MGX is
big
hiring
40
like
billion.
crazy.
I think it's a 40
Yep.
billion dollar.
$40 billion. That's just the AI portion of it. And then we have the engineering
That's good
slash,
to hear.
mhm. We have the engineering slash oil and gas industry because we have to produce electricity to do the
Yes.
AI establishment. So there's three or four different industries that we have to look at in Texas alone, let
Mhm.
alone the car manufacturing and the logistics with that, because I know Toyota or Ford, I can't remember which one, is moving their Mexican plant that they were supposed to do over to the United States. So you have so many compliance issues there alone. you have options. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
you're gonna be beating them off with a stick right now. But MGX,
I know it's so true.
yep.
Yes.
Go ahead, Dana.
And and AI, I'm really big into AI because that's just the way the world is going. And so I'm really embracing that, and going back to Texas, we have a lot of data centers going up. And
We do.
everything that's
$40
going in
billion
that data
investment
centers
in
is
Ellis County.
yeah, and then with the data centers, we can't get enough electricity to keep them cool, and then we have big companies out there that are your traditional oil and gas that are even coming out with liquid cooling type situations for these servers that are in there, and
Correct.
there's just so much going on, and yeah, I'm that also I'm doing my research into that industry to see where I can fit in and where I can go and sneak in the door and talk to somebody.
Texas Railroad Commission. Look into, I don't know if you want a government job, but Texas Railroad Commission is actually kind of the parent overseer of all compliance for the oil and gas industry, specifically in Texas. So
Oh, the
I have a
Railroad
couple of
Commission,
contacts.
huh?
Yep, that's what everybody has to go through in the oil and gas industry.
They are the deciphers of a lot
Yes.
of industries in Texas. Their railroad commission name is a little bit beguiling for
Yes.
everything that they oversee.
But they do a lot. Water commission, they also do oil and gas, the lease rights, all of that. So Amanda, I have a couple really good contacts for the
Wonderful.
yep, if you are
Please
interested.
share.
Yep, but to take a look at their website because they always do post. They're actually pretty good for a government agency. They are really good about posting the jobs and up to date kind of stuff. So if there is a specific job, let me know and I will
Sure will.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Amanda, there's a lady, a good friend of mine. I've hired her as a recruiter a number of times. Her name is CC Moreland, and when I heard you mention L3 Harris, I said I've definitely got to connect you with CC because she can help you understand what's going on at L3 Harris and who it is that probably you need to talk to and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
You
I'll
guys allow me
definitely
to be
look her
the
up, Foster.
Jobfather. There you go.
Sure thing. And, and another thing was that we talked about was looking at people's contacts on LinkedIn. And
Yeah.
it was kind of like, I didn't think it was proper to do without somebody's permission, but they said it was okay. So I'm like, I kind of felt like kind of the old days where you would sneak into someone's office and look through their Rolodex to find a name and number.
Oh my God.
Oh wow, that's old
sneaky.
school.
Well, that's a word that's not used anymore much, is it?
Rolodex. Yeah, half the millennials don't even know what a Rolodex is right now.
Are you millennials old enough to remember Rolodex?
I am. I'm the older millennial.
I am.
Yeah.
But I'm not a millennial.
You're
I'm a
Gen
cool
X.
Xer.
You're a cool like me.
Uh-huh.
Me and Dana are that weird hybrid of Gen X and millennials.
No, I'm hybrid. I will not side with. No offense, but I'm not a millennial.
Dana.
Sorry. I love you.
I forget that Dana. I've known Dana a long time. Dana ain't young no more. I better shut up.
Oh, hey.
Wow.
You're opening up another can of words.
Yeah, I'm good
You have
about
3
that.
women.
Don
Well,
Champion,
Amanda,
it's good to see you with us, buddy.
Oh, but Amanda, we are about to be running out of time. Is there any contact information, any last words, if I were to be so bold, that you want to put out to the universe for everybody to know about you and get in contact with you?
Sure. So I worked so hard on this, so I'm going to give my 10-second spiel. I'm Amanda Boyle, an accomplished compliance manager with experience in regulatory compliance across domestic and international environments. I'm adept at safeguarding multi-million-dollar revenue streams by ensuring adherence to evolving laws and regulations. I'm Amanda Boyle. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. I believe that was shared on the chat. Also, my email is on my LinkedIn, and my phone number is also on my LinkedIn headline on there. If you want to connect with me, chat with me about the markets, you're welcome to give me a shout.
Well,
you're awesome, Amanda.
Yeah.
I'm glad we had you on today. You're fun.
Thank you. Thank you. I've had a great
there's
time
our
here.
music.
Oh,
Y'all hire
have
Amanda.
a great
Amanda's
weekend and happy
seriously fun,
holidays.
y'all.
Happy holidays. Happy New
Love you
Year.
guys.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Bye.
From Burleson to Venus and Grand Community Radio.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing,